Hey, Marvel comic fans, this is Chris Bolts, and I want to just talk about this one particular image right here. Now, you see that this is part of a video that Comics Explained is doing on the history and the hierarchy of the X-Men. Now, before I get into that, make sure you guys do subscribe, turn on those post notifications, and like this video. All that stuff really helps me out. By the way, wouldn't it be awesome if there was just a nerd war on the state of comics between this fellow right here, Comics Explained, and this fellow right here, this guy right here, Nerdrotic? Wouldn't that be an awesome comic? Wouldn't you guys want to? Wouldn't you want to watch something like that where these two guys are just going on and on and on? By the way, Gary, you have a really cool beard, really nice beard and everything. But I digress on the beard part. I can grow a pretty good beard, but I like being not looking too old. I digress again. But anyways, I think it would be really awesome to just see those two have a really good in-depth discussion and debate on comics in general, the state of the industry and whatnot. Now, you guys might not think that this guy doesn't know what he's talking about when it comes to comics or anything like that, because for the most part, he stays in his lane over in pop culture. That's what his primary focus is. Comics Explained, his primary focus is comics. He built his entire channel on comics. I think his history, if I remember, was that he used to be a customer service rep for U-Haul or some company. He can correct me on that, or more of his more faithful followers can correct me on that. But he just had a love and passion for comics and comics history that he wanted to share it with everyone, and he wanted to start his own channel, and he just went on ahead and did that. He started his own channel, and now you see that he has blown up to 2.5 million subscribers. This guy over here, former drug addict, went to prison for a few years and got out and almost had his life turned upside down. Well, actually it was turned upside down, but according to his history, he can correct me on this. I've been following Nerdrotic for several years, so he's talked about this openly. His wife almost left him, and he said, you know what, I gotta change, I gotta man up and change. Now he's currently sitting at over 1 million subscribers, and it's growing by the day. So what both of these men, just on that alone, on how they both turned to YouTube to turn their life around, it's never too late, especially in the case of Nerdrotic, because I think he's almost 60. It is never too late, men. It is never too late, women. If you have a passion for something, go out there and do it. Go out there and do it. And today there are so many different opportunities to go out there and make it something out of yourself. Social media has made a lot of people famous, for better or for worse. There's some people out whose names I frankly don't care to want to know, but Nerdrotic, Gary Buechler, and Rob, Comics Explained, these are two really good gays. I'm leaving that off in there. They're not gay. Gary's been married for a while. Rob's got himself a girl. They're not gay, but they're really two good guys that started from humble beginnings. Nerdrotic's life has probably been more treacherous than Rob's, but they both have been able to turn around and make a career out of this and have become two of the most famous YouTubers on the platform. So, but I just want to put that out there. I would definitely love to see something going on between those two in regards to comics. Now, back to a reason I was originally making this video. Now, this picture right here, this picture that we're looking at right here is spectacular. I have a more clean shot of this picture, but I'm going to leave this up here because this is the one where I found it. I found it on Rob's video, so I want to give him credit. And I'm also going to leave a link of this video in the description as well. But this picture right here of Cyclops firing that concussive blast into Cap's shield, this is what us fans of Marvel have been waiting to see in the movies for the longest time. This one picture right here tells a complete story. It tells you that there is some type of tension between Scott Summers, who's the representative of the mutants and the X-Men, and Steve Rogers, the representative of the human race, and the Avengers. And we don't know who's. We'll just take this picture at his word. Scott is on the offensive. Cap is on the defensive. We don't know how this fight starts. All we know is that Scott Summers is firing that blast. Cyclops is firing that blast at Cap, and he's blocking it with everything he has. That shield is made of vibranium, and it's holding it. It's holding off that blast, but it's pushing him back at the same time. It looks like they're on some type of water. So if you never read this comic down here, Avengers versus X-Men #1, you wouldn't know what's going on here other than what's being communicated in this particular picture. This particular picture can tell so many different stories, and the sad fact of the matter is that the current state of the Marvel Cinematic Universe is so poor that I don't think this scene will ever happen. You know, if this scene did happen in the movies, people would flock to it. People would absolutely flock to see this part. This one scene right here, because this is something that we have been asking for since Disney bought Fox. It's like, wow, now we can finally get Avengers versus X-Men. Well, hope springs eternal, I suppose. But the thing is that the current state of Marvel is such that one of the best performing movies that is currently in the theaters right now, where is it? One of the best performing movies, and I'm talking about in terms of critical acclaim, Thunderbolts. Let me close that out. That's a really good. That looks good, by the way. That looks good. But Thunderbolts, this movie, which has a Rotten Tomatoes score of 95%. Let's go over here. 94%. 94% audience, 88% with the critics. And I myself, I scored this movie as an 8 out of 10. I thought this was a really good movie. But the box office is weak. $33 million is what this movie made this weekend. It had a 55% drop. No one is showing up to see this movie. And that's unfortunate, but at the same time, it's understandable, because the current state of Marvel is in such disarray that nobody cares to see anything from this studio anymore. Nobody cares to see anything from Marvel anymore. The last movie that preceded this one, Captain African American, or I'll be respectful, Captain America, Brave New World. That movie was it bombed, it flopped, and I'm will say that it probably had a negative impact on this vastly superior movie of Thunderbolts. It is vastly superior in every way to Captain America. I like the characters. I know some people like the shit on Yelena. I found Yelena to be compelling. I want to know more of the Yelena. The only thing I would fix on Yelena is get her out of this baggy ass suit and put her in a skin tight outfit. Women are made to be, beautiful women like this, they want to be put on display. And I don't mean display in a bad way. They want to flaunt themselves. They want to show off their femininity and their sexuality. Put this woman in a skin tight suit. I hope they do that for Doomsday. This suit right here is an embarrassment. I like her father, Red Guardian, played by David Harbour. John Walker came off as sympathetic and likable. Sebastian Stan as Bucky Barnes. I agree with everyone. Bucky Barnes should have been the center of this movie. Excuse me. Bucky Barnes should have been the center of this movie. His story is completely untold. Winter Soldier's story is completely untold. He should have been the next Captain America, not Sam Wilson. No one's gonna. Sorry, you pro blacks out there. Sam Wilson is not Captain America and will never be Captain America. Sorry, not sorry. Lewis Pullman over here, get that out of the way. Lewis Pullman over here, who played Bob, Robert Reynolds, Sentry, Void. He stole the show. And whoever this is that played Ghost, I'm glad she's in the background, because she was the worst character out of all of them. I wish she would have went the way of Taskmaster. Gotten rid of her. But because of the current state of Marvel, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, each movie is doing progressively worse. We keep getting shit after shit after shit. Nobody showed up to watch Daredevil because nobody wanted to watch the Netflix Daredevil, the skin suit of Netflix Daredevil over the husk of a Disney wannabe crime drama. Nobody showed up. And now they're getting ready after this. They're getting ready to drop Ironheart. And Ironheart, well, it got the quote unquote blessing of Robert Downey Jr. That motherfucker don't give a fuck about that show. Excuse my French. I'm sorry. Nobody asked for Ironheart. Nobody asked for Ironheart. We did ask for, however, Cyclops versus Captain America. We did ask for that. But because of the current state of Marvel, we may never get this. People have checked out of Marvel. People no longer want to see Marvel. Each Marvel project just has people eye rolling. Fantastic Four getting ready to come up. They don't give us the proper Silver Surfer. They give us the ma'am Silver Surfer, Silver Surfette, whatever you want to call her. Oh, but she was in the comics, says all these know-it-alls, these know-nothings who are quick to Google search. When in fact, that same argument can be flipped on them. You want to know who else was in the comics? Norrin Rad, Silver Surfer. Since this over 60 years of content featuring the Silver Surfer. His own cartoon show back in the late 80s, early 90s. His own video game. The guy even makes an appearance in the Crimson Tide. Let me find that scene. Let's play this right here. I hope I don't get copyright struck, but I shouldn't. I'm gonna just fast forward right here. Where is it?
Opinion got out of hand.
What about?
It's really too silly to talk about, so I'd rather just forget about it.
I don't give a damn about what you'd rather forget about. Why were you two fighting?
Well, I said that the Kirby Silver Surfer was the only real Silver Surfer, and that the Mobius Silver Surfer was shit. And Benefield's a big Mobius fan, and things got out of hand. I pushed him, he pushed me. I lost my head, sir. I'm sorry.
Rivetti, you're a supervisor. You can get a commission like that.
I know it, sir. You're 100% right. It's never happen again.
It better not happen again. I see this kind of nonsense, I'm gonna write you up. You understand? Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You have to set an example even in the face of stupidity. Now, everybody that reads comic books knows that Kirby Silver Surfer is the only true Silver Surfer. Now, am I right or wrong?
You're right, sir.
All right, get out of here.
Yes, sir.
Now you guys see that? Do you think that they're talking about Shalabal Silver Surfer? You think the great Denzel Washington is sitting there talking about the Shalabal Silver Surfer? There's only one Silver Surfer, and that is Norrin Rad Silver Surfer. And it's so funny that even the actress, even this actress right here, where is it? I wonder if I can find it. I did a video on it. I did a video on it. And here, right here, Julia Garner. She's like, no, I met up with Matt, who's lovely. We met up at some restaurant in Burbank or something. I don't even remember, but I knew it was for the Fantastic Four. And then I was confused because I was like, wait, isn't the Silver Surfer a man? We waited 20 years to get a proper introduction of Norrin Silver Surfer in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. All of us was pretty disappointed when he appeared in that the Rise of the Silver Surfer. But that may be the only version that we might get, because I don't think anybody's gonna really give Marvel a chance after Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four, everything from Marvel is hinging on that movie. If that movie does not perform, you might as well say goodbye to the Marvel Cinematic Universe as we know it. They're gonna have to put that on ice, and they're gonna have to wait maybe 5, maybe 10 years. In 10 years' time, I'm at 49 now. I'll be what? I'll be 59. Hopefully by then, Kevin Feige will have aged out and some proper man will give it in place there who really understands the comics, really likes the comics, and will give us what we actually want, which is Cyclops shooting a concussive blast into Cap's shield. But those are my thoughts. You guys jump down and let me know what you guys think. Are you guys currently lamenting the current state of Marvel? Does this scene right here really evoke any type of emotions out of you about, wow, I'm really interested in wanting to know the story of this and other ones that are from the comics, and not just ones that are selectively chosen to push political agendas? Are you guys interested in wanting to see a nerd war between my man right here, Rob from Comics Explained, and my other man right here, Gary Buechler, Nerdrotic? Jump down in the comments and just sound off and let me know your thoughts. And like, share, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications. All that stuff really helps me out. And remember, this is Chris Bolts signing off, and I will catch you in the next video. You guys take it easy.